before we lose you, I just wanted to ask you about some comments you've made in The Guardian recently about Mr. Jenrick, the very same, quote, deliberately undermining the law and lawyers, or the government deliberately undermining the law and lawyers. And I wondered whether you had seen his comments about lawyers, effectively an accusation that lawyers are conspiring with immigrants to come up with false arguments or defences to frustrate the government. Have you got any experience of that, and do you think those statements hold credibility in any way?
I don't have experience of that, but if there are lawyers who are conspiring with prospective immigrants to make up false stories, then they should be put off the road and punished in the criminal courts. But the comments of the government go much, much further than that. For example, the Lord Chancellor Alex Chalk said today that he didn't like the way that some lawyers came to court with their political views being, quote, paraded. There are lots and lots of lawyers. Clement Attlee is one who went to the East End of London to help people there because of the effects of the recession, as he would see it, government policy. And he did it because he was so opposed to government policy. There have been lawyers throughout the ages who have done things because they've been motivated by good. And for the Lord Chancellor to attack them for doing that is pretty low, in my view. I completely agree with Robert Jenrick that dishonest lawyers should be put off the road. I completely disagree with the Lord Chancellor who attacks lawyers for having principles, because although lawyers are a very easy target, particularly for the Conservative Party, they are very often motivated by good values. And they shouldn't be attacked for that.
They're an easy target for the Conservative. I mean, I'm a lawyer. Rob Jenrick himself is a lawyer, and as you say, the Lord Chancellor.
He is, and he's a perfectly decent lawyer.
But what, you know, so when you talk about the comments by the Attorney General, say, you know, do you think that what do you think that says about? Sorry, I beg your pardon, the Lord Chancellor. What do you think about that says about her in terms of her own moral compass?
Of him, it's Alex Chalk.
Sorry, I beg your pardon. Of Alex Chalk. What do you think that says his own moral compass?
I mean, what he's doing, and you know, Alex Chalk was thought to be a sort of Lord Chancellor much more sort of in tune with the law than previous Lord Chancellors, particularly Dominic Raab. But he's turned out, at the moment, in saying things like that to attack lawyers with good values, is to join in an attack by the government to try and intimidate lawyers from acting for immigrants, and that's an incredibly bad thing. You should not be trying to frighten off people from acting for people who need help if the government is doing things they're not entitled to. So we go back to where we started. The Court of Appeal at the moment says you're not allowed to send people to Rwanda.
Come on,
and if there hadn't been that injunction of lawyers to appear for them, then they would have been in Rwanda now.
You know Alex Chalk, I know
your
Alex
18
Chalk.
million viewers.
Just between us, do you think he really believes what he's saying? Or do you think he's just saying it?
No, I don't. I don't think he does believe for one moment. My experience of Alex Chalk is that he's an honourable person. And to attack lawyers for, quote, parading their politics is so out of character.
Well, thank you very much